What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and before I start the video I just want to address this situation. So right now I'm just growing out my hair, as you can tell, because it's super long. Like, look at this, it's bouncy. I know I don't have a perm, this is my natural hair. Like, look at this, look how curly that is. This is the big bush in the back on the top. It's growing out really awkwardly because I had that I had like that crop taper haircut, so it's not growing out too bad. I need to get it trimmed up a bit though, eventually. So today's video is requested by my good friend Rachel. She wanted to see how barbering has changed my career since the beginning till how it is now. And she also wanted me to do a video on another thing, which I'll get into later. But we're gonna focus on the first topic first. So how barbering has changed since it first started. Oh man, I'm trying to think. So I was so bad at the start. But we all start somewhere, so like, oh man, I just remember getting my buddies in my chairs and doing undercuts and trying out fades on my brother. I'm really glad I kept some of the photos that I did when I first started barbering, because now I got something to look back at. Oh my god. First of all, I just want to say shout out to my friends that let me cut their hair when I was first starting out and didn't go and get it fixed. Like, shout out to you guys, you're real ones, man. I only really had a couple friends let me cut their hair before I actually was gonna become a barber. But here's a couple right here. Here's Zaitis, my buddy Zaitis. He let me fade him up a little bit, and good lord, these were bad. Good lord. Here's one of my homie Mateo. He was actually recommended by my friend. He didn't go to the same high school I did. He was going to Cap University with my friend, and she told him about me and how I wanted to become a barber, and he wanted to try me out. So shout out to him, man. He's a real one. I wasn't even his homie at the time, so I was just a stranger to him that let me cut his hair. Crazy. Yeah, here's one of my brothers. This one wasn't too bad. But let's find a bad one. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh god. Look, no cape either. No cape, man. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. I tried to do the zero fade and everything. It did not turn out well. Yeah, I pretty much used Jeff, my brother, as a freaking dummy. I was trying to find a current one, my brother. Oh yeah, here we go. More progress, tons of progress, August 2021. Here's a video of myself, of me getting my taper and whatnot. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, here, let's show you one of my what's it called? One of my own haircuts when I was doing them on myself, actually. I was doing the taper on myself in high school, but it wasn't that good. Oh, actually, let me show you my grad photos, because I would cut my hair for grad. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. There you go. Terrible. You can see the line and everything. Oh god. That wasn't too bad. I got the shape down. The shape was pretty good, but the fade itself needs some work for sure. This was in barber school. This one was really nice, actually, in my opinion. This is on my homie Matt Birch. Yeah, this one was pretty sick, actually. I don't know if this one was in barber school, but this one was dope. I like this one. This is my homie Vladdy. This was 2018. Oh, this one, the braid and fade. I was braiding for a little bit, actually, but I stopped now. This one's on my best friend Michael. He's one of the first people to let me cut his hair, and the evolution's been crazy for sure. But yeah, man, times have definitely changed. I put in a ton of work, like a ton of work, because I didn't want to have a really slow progress. I wanted to get good, like, really fast. So, and obviously the only way you can do that is to put in the work. So I decided I'm gonna put in the work. I'm just gonna cut as many heads as possible, and then I'm just gonna get better faster. That's literally the only way. Like, barber school is like 8 hours, I think, and I would have like 2-3 homies ready for me at my house when I got home from barber school. So I would, like, I don't know, I think I would wake up. Barber school started at like 8:30. Wake up at like 8 to, actually maybe like 7:50, like probably like 7:30 or something. You know, catch the bus, get down there, go to school for like 8 hours, and then cut hair for like another 2 hours. It was crazy, man, crazy. I'm always gonna tell people this. I'm really grateful for the people that let me cut their hair when I was like starting out. Like my friend Chad, my friend Michael, my brother, Sean, he was one of the first two. Zaitis, Mateo. I had a guy named Joel too. He was another recommendation from my friend Isabel that he went to Cap with her. Um, my cousins, some teachers even after I graduated high school. Just just everybody, man, that knew that I wasn't good but still gave me a shot to practice, right? I'm always gonna be grateful for them, even though whether or not I say it or not, I am always gonna be grateful for them, no matter what. It's dope that I get a lot of clients that were with me through the learning period that stayed with me, and I still cut their hair to this day. I have a lot of clients that I still cut that met me at the shop when I first started that still come to me now, and I'm always gonna be grateful for them. Also, gonna be grateful for the people that recommend me, and always gonna be grateful for my bosses that tell their clients if they're not there, then come to me. Always gonna be grateful for all of that. I really do feel like I'm starting to build that friendship rather than clientele kind of thing. Like I had a dad come in and I cut their two sons' hair, that are around my age. One's still in high school, but one is like my age. And his name was Will. So Will, I met him. He was one of my first returning clients, and then he recommended his dad and his brother, and yeah, and whatnot. And his dad recently just came in and was like, he was like, you're known around our house as he was like, you're known around our house as the goat. It's pretty awesome to see the growth, to see the improvement a lot in such a short amount of time. Like I think I was really busting out pretty decent fades, like I want to say a year and a half out of barber school. Like I was pretty decent at them. I think I'm way better now. I think I'm way better at getting shapes right. I think I'm way better at blending. Definitely way better at getting the lines out. Definitely way better at managing my time. Also, I was doing like 45-minute to an hour appointments because I didn't want to mess up anybody's hair. But now I'm doing like, depending on the haircut, obviously. But I'm doing like, I can do like 15 to like 30-minute haircuts now and still be fast, but pump out quality as well. So the other topic she wanted me to talk about was like the lost souls in the hair industry, and what she means by that is kind of like people who started off with barbering and like, you know, they kind of don't find it motivating anymore. They don't want to do it anymore. That's like with any job, right? You just get bored of it pretty much. And we did have a talk about that in barber school. I forget how it went, but our director said that it is gonna happen. You are gonna get those days where you're gonna be like, do I want to do this still, or do I even want to do this anymore, or am I happy doing this? You're gonna have those questions in your head a lot. Now, when you start getting into the later years of your career, I'm guessing. Like I've even before COVID, like I've questioned that. Like I don't even know if I want to do that anymore. Like I didn't know if I even wanted to stay at Lim Valley. Like I debated on leaving Lim Valley. So we did have a talk about that, and honestly, I got kind of scared too. I really didn't want to be in the industry and then want to quit like 2 years later or 3 years later. And the the one thing that I remember was that when that happens, you really have to try your best to find yourself again. Like, and some people do that in many different ways. Some people do that in buying new tools. So say if you're just bored at the shop and you can't find anything motivating, then maybe buy a new tool. Maybe you'll be excited to try the new tool and then keep using it, right? That's how I do it sometimes. Like if I get a new tool, I'm like, oh, I want to use it. I want to use as many clients as possible. It gets repetitive at the end of the day, and I felt that. There was a point where I was just doing fades consistently because that's all like people wanted from me at the time, and I was getting bored. I wasn't really doing scissor cuts anymore, and even my friends in barber school, like they they would just do fades every day because that was just what their barbershop was known for. So, and I do want to say, like, the thing with barber school is like, if you don't want to be a barber, you'll find out pretty fast in those 6 months at barber school. Like, well, for 6 months for me at least. Like, I've seen a lot of people leave barber school when I was there, and now that I'm out of barber school, I've seen a lot of people that went to barber school aren't barbers anymore. I've seen people in barber school like go there for a certain amount of months, and then they'll get accepted into a barbershop, and then will never finish the course. That actually happens very commonly. I guess the whole point is to get into a barbershop, and then I guess once you're there, your goal is kind of completed. So I guess it's kind of just like, why would I want to finish school if I'm already in a barbershop? I get it, I understand it. I can see why people do it, but it's kind of just like, why would you not want to finish, kind of thing. But people's choice, right? So can't really do anything about that. I guess the big thing I could say to a lot of the barbers in the industry that feel lost or feel like it's all just repetitive, one, I'd say, if you've been out of it for a while now and you feel like it's been repetitive for a long time, I'd say maybe take a step back, maybe try something new, because that's what I was gonna do. I actually was going to leave Lynn Valley and take like 2 days off the 5. So I was gonna work 3 days at there just to maintain my clientele, and then 3 days at another shop, and work 3 days there, and then kind of have 6 days. And that's how I thought I was gonna kind of like rejuvenate myself, and to get remotivated again, and to feel like not repetitive, to work in 2 different places at once to kind of get a different vibe. Honestly, COVID did save me. I really do think COVID is what kind of got me back into being remotivated and whatnot. It gave me a lot of time to reflect. So I'd say maybe split up your days. Maybe take some days off. Maybe maybe go travel, do something. Well, you can't travel now because of COVID, but maybe go just take some time off and like kind of think things through. Like, if you don't want to be at the barbershop, don't force yourself to be there, because you're just gonna waste your own time. Another thing I would say is, I guess this one's towards like the ones that are about to leave barber school or who are still new. Really, don't be afraid to take that big jump. The big jump is definitely a leap of faith. It's just something that's so necessary. There's no way of getting by it. Like, even I was really scared to start full time, because it was so easy part time. Like one day a week at the shop, just doing like 5 clients a day, super easy. But once you turn that into 5 days, 8-hour shifts, then that's something completely different, pace, completely different way of living. You gotta really change the way you are, change the way you think. It's a lot, but it's something you kind of just have to do. That leap of faith is what really changed my life for the better. And I feel like once you get over that jump, then it's gonna lead you into so many different opportunities. Barbering to me is just so much more than like just the money. Barbering to me is all about just that connection between me and the client, and me making the client feel good, and me just helping out friends. I want to help people make themselves feel good. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I'm like a barber. Like, I just want to help people. I just want to make people feel good about themselves. It makes me happy knowing that I gave them happiness, you know? And that's what really motivates me to keep going. But yeah, that's all for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you guys have any questions, send them my way, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Peace.